barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So, really quick, I'm going to Vegas this weekend, and since I don't have time to put on an event, if you know a kid in Vegas, right, needs a little help, don't matter, or needs a little help and or doing great in school, I want to take them shopping. They don't have to go. Maybe Saturday morning, Friday morning, whatever the case may be. If you follow me on Instagram, you can send me an email, fhaw17@gmail.com, or just hit my DM, silentheros. Every city I go to, I want to touch somebody, someone, somewhere, somehow. For the rest of this boxing career, I want to reach out and touch someone. So, hit me back in my DM, which leads me to why I'm doing the video. Pernell Whitaker, man. Oh man, you guys have no idea how important Pernell Whitaker is to my family. If you guys are on the late bus or just subscribe to my channel, you know my family originated in the Tidewater area. My mom's first cousin, which is my cousin, but he's really my uncle in terms of age. He's in my mom's age bracket. He was a defensive back for the Norfolk State Spartans. And when you from that area, getting goosebumps. Y'all see this? Getting a lot of goosebumps and shit. When you're from that area, you take great pride in your superheroes, your athletic superheroes, right? And Pernell Whitaker is the first one that I was introduced to from my family from Virginia. And I hold my family in Virginia very, very close. Like, my family in Virginia means the world to me. It's like it's so much authenticity from my family in Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? And I value every text that I get from my family in Virginia, every phone call I get from my family in Virginia. For those of you who don't know, my grandfather was like my superhero. And like 17 is my favorite number. He was born 8/17/17. I was born October 17th. You understand what I'm saying? And it's special when someone from the Tidewater area makes it out and becomes great. And Pernell Whitaker was the first one that I've ever heard of, right? You guys know the backstory. Olympic gold medalist. Never been hit in a real professional fight, you know what I'm saying? And how I found out was my cousin Junie, which is my mom's first cousin. And he texted me this morning, Sweet Pea Whitaker passed. And when you get odd texts and odd phone calls like that, I thought it was my family member or something, because when your phone goes off that early in the morning, for me, because it's 3 hours ahead, it kind of sends you shockwaves. You're afraid to pick it up. And I still had a level of hurt and a level of sadness that overwhelmed me, because I know how much we value our heroes from small towns like Portsmouth, Norfolk, the and other Hampton and Chesapeake Bay and all those that region, and just like my family calls Allen Iverson Bubba Chuck. They don't call him Allen Iverson, it's just special. And I get emotional because it just comes full circle with my family in Virginia, how much I love and care for them, and how much they instilled in me. And God damn, Sweet Pea was like a cornerstone of that for my family, because when I went to Virginia in the summertime, we talked about Sweet Pea Whitaker, and he gonna be great, and he's this and he's that, and so Sweet Pea Whitaker is a synonym for all those summers that I spent in Virginia when I lived in California, because I came to California at 8 years old. And so that's why Sweet Pea means so much to me. And then when I became an adult, right? Whew. Sweet Pea became like this black hero to me for some odd reason. Mm. 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 Damn. And the reason why, because I grew up in California, and I still carried those stories of Sweet Pea Whitaker and the times that I spent with my family in Virginia. So I'm like emotionally, spiritually, and physically attached to Sweet Pea, right? And I never met him. I've never met him. If I've ever met him, I just would have hugged him and cried for like 10 minutes, because he represents my childhood in Virginia. He represents so many of my cousins and my uncles and my grandfather, you know. And but here's how it's special, because I live in California now, and I hate Chavez Jr., Chavez Sr. I grow up hating Chavez Sr. because of the Pernell Whitaker. I mean, because of the Mildred Taylor. You guys know where I'm going. And then in 93, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, he fights Chavez Sr. He gets robbed in Texas. And then he comes back. I was a sophomore in college or somewhere like that. He fought Oscar De La Hoya, 97, 98, somewhere in there. I can't recall, right? Somewhere in there he fought. I remember I was at Whittier College, and we all watched it together. He got robbed again. Oscar De La Hoya never hit him. And so he represents strength to me for some odd reason. He represents strength, and he was like he was like one of the reasons why I never rooted for a Mexican fighter ever, as a child and as a young adult. Never. I would never root for a Mexican fighter because of what they did to Pernell Whitaker, you know. And so, whew. So that's that. Alright, I'm gonna get through this video. I can remember vividly me and Junie, my cousin Junie, talking about Pernell Whitaker all the time in Virginia. Alonzo Mourning, Bubba Chuck, aka Allen Iverson, you know. And I would go down, and when I started working, I used to go down to the Portsmouth Invitational, which was the pre-draft camp. I used to go down and spend time with my family, and I would go spend 2 or 3 days there, and you know, it's just come full circle, man. And you know, rest in peace, Pernell Whitaker. And so he meant so much more to me than just boxing. You know, I never met the man in person. I never seen him fight live, and it's I equate that's similar to how we feel about Nipsey Hussle here in LA. I've only met the man one time for 2 minutes. You know, I've driven past him countless times. With the construction on Crenshaw, he's driven past my house at least 200 times, because that's the only way he can get to his shop is if you drive past my house, you know. And you know, so it's just, it took me some time to do this video because I knew I would respond this way. So in addition to Pernell Whitaker being a Hall of Fame fighter, he's gonna get a 10 count somewhere, everywhere in boxing over the next month, 2 weeks to a month. He gets a 10 count in the Peebles family. That's my family's base name. I don't know what you call it, biological last name. I forget what it's called. You know what I mean? Surname. That's my family's surname, right? And means a lot. He means a lot to me because, man, I'm talking in circles now, but he means a lot. And he means a lot to my family in the Tidewater area, you know. And when I say I didn't like Mexican fighters growing up, what they did to Meldrick and how they prevented Pernell Whitaker from getting all that money. Oh, man. Fucking robbed him, man. I'm going, man. Barbershop conversations. Feel forget this.